Hey guys, and welcome back to new video. In this video I'm going to show you how to create a professional bottom navigation bar just like this with badges and icons. Let's get started. Before I start coding, let's see what we have here. Here we have icons with text. This is the icon, this is the label, and we have badges here, and the badge can be only a red dot, that means empty badge, and it can have a text just like that, in this case number 15. And as you can see, when I'm selecting one of the items, the icon will be filled, and when is unselected is outlined. So this is another feature of this app, and the text of the label of each item will be displayed here. We will have all of them in this video. Let's dive in. Here I have empty project, and I have just a scaffold inside it. As the content of the scaffold, I have a column with a text in the middle that is written content in the middle of it. Let's check it on the emulator. Okay, just like that, empty. Instead of this content, we will add the title of each item. Okay, here let's create a data class, and I'm going to call it navigation item state. Nav item state. Here first let me add bottom bar, and inside it we'll add a navigation bar, and the navigation bar needs as the content navigation bar item or items, and it can be typically between 3 to 5, just like that, by the recommendation of the material 3. And so if I add navigation bar item, here we will have a selected or unselected to show the state of the item, the on-click, and the icon. Let me hold the mouse on it, and you can see more things. So label, icon, on-click, and selected. For each of them, we should have one variable inside this data class to hold the data about them. Okay, so let's start with a variable for the title. Then the item had two states, selected and unselected. The type image vector, pressing Ctrl D, and unselected. Then if it has a badge or not. We need this for the last item. And the last but not least, the text that should be add inside the badge. Okay, so it's a number, so the type can be integer. Okay, let's have here a list calling it items, and equals to list of. Let's give data for each of these items. Navigation state. For the first item, the title can be home. Then selected icons that when it's selected should be filled that home. Unselected icons that outlined that home. The next item was if it has a badge or not. Has badge false for the first. And what I'm doing today. Badge number is 0. The first item doesn't have any badge. Adding a comma here, copying all of that and duplicate. Okay. The second item was inbox. Email, and it had a badge. True. It had a number like 10 maybe, and the last one was space. Account space true, but there is no badge number for the last one. Okay, here we have selected. For this we need a state, so let me create here a variable calling it bottom navigation state by remember savable and mutable state of. Here we can give a value. It can be maybe home or a number as the index of here in the list we have 3 indexes from 0, 1, 2. So let's have 0 and we will set it based on this list and okay, let me show it to you practically. Here items dot for each index, the index and maybe item. And let's take this inside of this. Now we can set the data on. Okay, we want to check if it's selected or not, so bottom navigation state will be equal with the index. That means if the index is 0, that means that we are selecting the first item here. The bottom navigation state, this value will be 0, and for the other cases it can be number 1 and number 2. So if this one and this one are equal, the selected, which is boolean type, will be true. If this one and this one are not equal, the selected will be false. For the unclick, bottom navigation state equal to index. That means that when we are clicking on it, this state should be equal to the index of the item that you are selecting on. And then for the icon, first we need a badge box. Then for the badge, we have to check if the item dot has badge, we will have a badge. This one is for the last item, so we will have just empty badge without any text, and it will be a red circle. That's it. Then if the item dot badge number is not equal to 0, that means it has a number here like it's 10. So for the first item and the last item it should be false, and for the second item it will be true. Again, we need a badge, but inside it we will have a text, and as the text of the text we will have item dot badge number dot string. Okay, so the badge is set, and inside this bracket of the badge box we will have the icon. The icon will have image vector and content description. So the content description directly will be item.title because it should be a string type. But here again we must check if the item is selected or it's not selected. So if bottom navigation state equals to index, that means if this specific item is selected, so item dot selected icon, and else item dot unselected icon, and that's it for this part. Now let's set the text for the content in the middle of the screen. For this, items index bottom navigation state dot title, and that's good. Let's check it on the emulator. Okay, here we have the home inbox account, but I forgot to add the text here. We have the badge number and the badge for the last one, and let's have the text. Okay, here we have the icon, and this is the end of it. So here the label, inside the label we will have a text and item.title. That's it. Now we have the text. Okay, we have the text here as well. We have everything, so that works perfectly. But let's customize it a bit now. I want to set a color for it, color for the items and text, color for the indicator. I'm going to change the shape of it to rounded corner, and I'm going to make it flatted. I mean, I don't want to attach it to the sides and to the bottom. A bit higher, and from the right and left I want to have a padding. So let me show you how to do this. Here we have the navigation bar. I'm going to open a parenthesis here and modifier dot padding 10 dp, then clip rounded corner shape 20.dp, here container color can be color, and let me copy the color code. Just like this, and at the end, after the label, here I can have colors and navigation bar item defaults dot colors, and here we will have some parameters: selected and unselected text and icon, and the indicator. You can have a specific color for each of them. Let me change color of 3 of them, and I'm going to just copy and paste some of them here. The selected icon color, selected text color, and indicator color. Let's check it on the emulator. Okay, we have it. When I'm selecting each item, the icon will be filled, and then if unselected, the icon is outlined. As you can see here, the selected text color is light brown. The indicator is a bit darker than the container color, and the selected icon color is a bit darker brown. And 2 unselected items are gray, the text and the icon. Okay, that was everything about bottom navigation bar. In the next videos, I'm going to show you how to use bottom app bar, which is something different, and top app bar, and also floating action button. So if you want to see them, please subscribe to the channel right now and hit the bell button to be aware about those new videos. Give me a thumbs up for this video if you like it, and thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.